Hello, Karu and Nikki. I'm giving you the entertaining view here. I'm actually in my cool down period of my workout. And Karu, I just watched your long video in response to mine about my cognitive dissonances. And I just want to say a couple things real quick. First of all, I don't think the errors that I make have anything to do with what I want the outcome to be. This is going to really screw you up the way I'm doing this. I'm watching myself move here. But I don't think, you said that maybe I just want to be right. And I don't think it has anything to do with that, just because even when I want the outcome to be something different, often I'll make these mistakes. And it's interesting how, you know how you talk about how people who go into psychology often do so because they want to figure out what's wrong with them. And in some ways it's funny because my grad experience, a lot of it was involved, sorry, my face is like stretching. A lot of it involved cognitive processes, which is interesting because it relates to these things, these problems I have. And I think a lot of it is, it's just the process, the pattern recognition process. And so in cognitive theory, sometimes one set of theories talks about perception, which is kind of the physical process of light striking your eyes, I mean, if you're talking visually, and then those patterns that are perceived being transferred into your brain. And then you have cognition, where your brain parses those. It's sort of like cognitive processes can be thought of as the software that decodes that image and breaks it down so you can make sense of it. And I suspect that there's something unusual, not unusual, but something about my cognitive processes that actually have this side effect. And in some ways, it's really, really useful because actually, like for information visualization, I see patterns really quickly in broad scope, but I can't pick out specific things. And I know that from some of the classes I took on perception and cognition, where and the readings I did, where I would do some of the tests that I was reading about and see that I had these patterns. So yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with what I want the outcome to be. It could be that I'm partially distracted, but often the more I focus, the worse it gets. And you know, it's like, you know, the way that I break up the world into pieces to make sense of it just doesn't fit well with the textual reading of things and with certain other things. So yeah, with the shaving stuff, I actually think I know what happened, and it's that I associate the can with shaving cream. And I think they didn't call that other thing lotion, they called it shaving cream, right? And I associate gel not with the can, right? So I wanted the tube of stuff, which I associate with not shaving cream, because shaving cream comes in a can, right? And so I think that's what I did. I think I was like, no, this isn't the cream, this is the gel, which in my brain was the tube. And so I suspect that's what I actually did when I looked at that. And that's why I got that wrong. And, you know, the thing with, I mean, everybody kind of has categories where they confuse things. Actually, the example of confusing Galen and Preston because it's associated with cross-country skiing. I mean, that's a cognitive category thing, which you do, and that's, I think, similar to what I do. I think I just do it more than most people and in more general sort of circumstances where other people don't have that problem. So, and I don't know if all this stuff is related. And by the way, I'm arrogant enough to think that I'm not stupid, so you don't have to stroke my ego. And I do speak in absolute terms a lot of times, but I do want to say, actually, one of the reasons I do that is because it makes for clearer communication. And I always assume, see how I'm absolutely studying that? I always assume, well, I probably don't, I probably sometimes don't, but that that the people will take what I say with a grain of salt, and know that it's just my opinion. So I may state it sort of categorically and certainly, but yeah. So anyway,